Hello, Jon Sermon here again. I'm a church leader in rural Suffolk in the United Kingdom, and I'm recording short videos of encouragement most days during the coronavirus lockdown. Today, through Zoom, I was at a meeting with many other community leaders and representatives of voluntary organisations in our local area as we continue to coordinate a plan for helping those in need. I think it's really encouraging that such a plan exists and that facilities are there to match volunteers with those in need. In particular, for those who are near to here, this is Halesworth in Suffolk. The fact that as well as the food bank, which is run largely through the churches, there is now a new community larder where people can attend on a Wednesday at St Mary's Church, Halesworth, and you can make donations of food, you can receive food, making a financial donation if you can afford it, you can receive food without any payment, and that facility will be available every Wednesday for the foreseeable future. Now, it's many people of goodwill, whether they are people of faith or not, who are making such things possible. But the very fact that Christians and the churches of the area are such a big part in it probably raises questions for a lot of people. And linked to that, you may be asking, how can Jon be so positive in these encouragement messages? If you've been listening throughout the time I've been recording them, you will know that my own circumstances during this coronavirus lockdown has included my dad's death and my restriction, therefore not being able to hold a proper funeral. It's not as if everything's going well for me in every respect. But on the other hand, like others who put their faith in Jesus Christ, I do find that there is a bigger picture and there is a reason for hope even when circumstances are particularly tough. It reminds me of something that the Apostle Peter wrote in his first letter. This is in 1 Peter chapter 3, and he said this, writing of course to a group of believers, to a local church or churches. He said, always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. Always be prepared to give an answer to anyone who asks you for the reason for the hope that you have. And he says, but do it with gentleness and respect. Now, with appropriate gentleness and respect, in case some of you listening to this are in exactly that position, you want to know why we Christians have a hope, even in these circumstances. I want to try and give you the briefest of answers, and if you keep watching, I will add to this in the days ahead. The reality is that those who trust in Jesus Christ are just as vulnerable to all kinds of difficulties, problems, unfortunate circumstances as anyone else. No one is pretending that being a believer protects you from the realities of ups and downs of real life circumstances. But set against that, there is a realization that God is loving, God is wanting the best for us, and God is ultimately in control. It feels like circumstances are way out of control at the moment. And we may not, for a long time, have any idea how God is going to bring it back for the benefit of all. But the trust that He will is something you can have as a Christian. And even if for you or your family, your loved ones, the outcome isn't good in this life, that God will bring it back to how it should be beyond this life for those who trust in Jesus Christ is an absolute guarantee. So knowing that I, like others, let God down, I let my family down, I let myself down, I get things wrong. I need forgiveness. I need a Saviour. That's the Bible's word. And knowing that, and discovering that God has made provision for all of that, for forgiveness, for restoration, for saving, simply by putting our trust in Jesus Christ, who died on the cross, was raised to life again, and is inviting us to know him more closely. That's a reason for hope. That's my brief summary of my reason for the hope that I have in these difficult circumstances. And I pray that you can find that hope too. God bless you.